So I'll tell you, there we go. Okay, so what I want you to do really is I want you to tell me what you're seeing, what you feel is happening. I want you to talk about what setups you're seeing, whether you feel this is a long day or whether you feel it's going to be a red day on the video today.
Okay.
What your thought, I want to get into your head of what your thought process is to begin with, and then what we'll do is we'll assess your, give me a chance to see what you're thinking, and then I can correct a bit of thinking and tell you what I'm thinking. Does that sound good?
Okay, I want to just slide this. Yes, absolutely. Can I just slide this? I want to just slide this to the left a little.
Okay.
There we go. Oh shit, not too much. But okay. So first I'll look at the daily chart, right?
Yeah, hang on. If you tell me, yeah, just so that this doesn't keep happening. If you tell me what you want, because we've gone. Hang on, let me do this, buddy. Let me do it. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. I'm not touching it. My hands are off the mouse.
Oh shit! What's going on then?
So I would look. I watched the IPO strategy, and like it's not something like you're just gonna get the first time, right? So I've watched it a few times. So it looks like it previous was downtrending, and after the downtrend on the daily, it looked like it had a bounce with that green candle. So I'm guessing they could possibly come in for a continuation. Can you just look at the pre-market real quick? I just want to see if it
just a
second.
Just a second. I need to.
Okay.
Yeah, if you any screen adjustments, if you let me do it, otherwise we're both going to be doing. Different things.
Yeah, my hands are completely off the mouse. My hands aren't even on the mouse.
Against each other.
Why is it still kind of hard to move around even?
No, it's okay. Hang on.
Okay.
I just want this aligned with the daily. There we go. I'll go back to the arrow. I want to zoom in. Okay, so there's your pre-market. There's no real levels. It's been pretty flat pre-market. Okay, we've got a slight gap up of a $1.50. But you can see that because there's just today's close. There's our slight gap up at the open. We've pushed up to here slightly now. Okay, so this is pushing into not yesterday's but the previous day's opening price. Closing price. Sorry, there.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna go for it.
Right. So the fact that it looks like it's possibly uptrending on the open, I would wait for it to pop up, and maybe look for it to fail and hit the VWAP and probably take off. I'll probably hit it at that first VWAP bounce.
Okay.
And maybe take it long.
Okay. That looks pretty good.
So. Thanks. Okay, so then I'll wait for that, and then so I think it touched it. I'm not sure, but I'll wait for it to prove itself.
How many shares do you want to trade?
I'll do 50 shares.
Okay, that sounds good.
So it looks like it's a lot of buy orders at that. It looks like it's putting in a higher low right there, but I'll wait because I'll wait for the. Sometimes it just happens so fast, It looked like it touched it once. Maybe I can buy in right there.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Okay, be patient because we're going to have to work out our risk, where you're going to risk off. Okay, so we've got this, which is yesterday's opening price. So logically, I would put a little thing in here, okay, and give ourselves a little visual aid if it goes wrong, and where we're going to risk off. So we've got the whole number of 145. So logically, we would risk off there. So you've got that area. So a 145. This area is 145.90. So if you're going to take it here if you can get the VWAP, you're risking roughly 50 cents per share. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why it's better being patient. Let it push up. Normally, the best VWAP tag is around about 942 to 945. So give it time to work out. Give it time to pull back, and if you get that VWAP tag closer to the VWAP, the better.
Right.
Okay, and that's the area you're risking off. So if you're risking 50 cents a share on 50 shares, you're only risking $25, Imran. Okay.
Gotcha.
The further up you go, the further up the fill is. Obviously, the more you're risking. So if you only want to
Right.
risk $50 on the thing up here, you're risking off 44.89. So if you were to take it up here now, 45.89 here, you're risking $1 a share. So up here, round about where the moving average 9 is, you're risking $1 a share. If you can get it down to here, you're down to just around 50 cents a share. Okay.
Gotcha.
So in theory, if you're prepared to risk 50, you could take 100 shares there with less risk.
Right.
Does that make sense? If you've got remember it's risk that we're trading, not share lots.
Right.
So if you can, the closer to your ultimate stop you can get, as long as you still believe in the trade, then you can go in, you can take 100 shares, and you're risking not a penny more than you would be by chasing the entry.
Right.
It's all about being patient and understanding that you nearly always do get that. You nearly always do get that VWAP tag. Normally, if something's going to pick its direction and go, it will come down and it will give you that VWAP tag, even if you think it's not going to. Ultimately, it normally will do.
Right. That's my fear. Right. That it's going to just go without me, and then I'm like, oh shit. And
yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You see, there you go. There's your VWAP.
There we go.
Now you need to confirm. All you need is for it to show you. There you go. You see that represents people with orders. That represents people with orders
right.
sat at the VWAP
buy
looking
orders,
to buy.
Right.
Okay, so if you're going to take it, you're going to take it.
Yes, let's take it.
You take it. I'm not taking it. Yeah. I'm not taking it. You're taking it. Okay. Now you've got an average price of 145.90, which is okay. If you have another opportunity and it touches the VWAP perfectly, based in mind we're risking of 144.50, 145. Okay, wasn't the best fill on that, so we're risking off 144.90. So we're risking. Okay, so yeah, we're risking $1 a share now, so we can't take any more. But that's okay.
Like I was going to like you see that red candle with the wick, the one I'm moving the mouse real quick. Like you see that the VWAP right before that previous candle. I was gonna actually take it on that because I saw that it had a bunch of buy orders on that.
Yeah, no,
like
that's
that
good.
Wick.
That's good. No, you can do what you want with
okay.
the mouse. I'm saying if you want to adjust the screen or something, if I'll just tell me, can you scroll it back, and I'll do that, just so we're not trying to make adjustments at the same time. But yeah, use your screen. You do what you want.
Gotcha.
Yep. So you see where that red candle came in there. You see what would have happened is there would have been people with buy orders sat just around the VWAP, and as soon as it came, those buy orders would have triggered, and it got sucked up again. These candles, these long wicks at the bottom are really, really positive because obviously they represent the fact that we've got a green day coming after 3 red days. We're pushing up, we're pulling back to the VWAP. VWAP, as we know, is an institutionally used thing more so than most moving averages, and it's the same all the time. So on all time frames, even professional traders that are trading the 5-minute chart right now are seeing the VWAP that we're seeing.
Right.
Which is the beauty of the VWAP, is that it obviously is, the math of it is designed around volume, and volume's the same. So volume weighted, we use moving averages, but of course they're different on all time frames. So that's the beauty of the VWAP. So that's good. You recognise that, and it's good that you recognise that. You took a nice entry on it. So we'll just sit back and we'll see where it goes. If you've got 50 shares on, I would recommend that you take it off in 3 pieces. Okay, which don't we never want to be in an all-in or all-out situation. So what I would do is just chill out now and sit back and see what it does. I would probably mark this up here like this.
The higher day. Gotcha.
There.
Right. Oh.
Okay, that'll give us a nice little bit. Nice. Yep, that'll give us a nice little visual aid of what it's doing. And then as it makes a new high, I'll put a new level in. And each time it makes a new high of day, I'll put a new level in, as long as it's a decent quality move.
Gotcha.
Obviously here, we're coming into this, which is 2 days ago's opening price.
I was going to take off maybe like 20 shares? 25 shares?
Yeah, we'll program it in for 20.
20? Okay.
Okay, but we won't do anything yet. There's no need to sell yet because it isn't giving us a reason to.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It's like you want to recover profits, then you don't want to, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
So,
get the psychology. You look at your P&L and you think, I'm up $60. Hey, I'll take $60. But you don't need to take, just because something's coming into resistance, we don't automatically take it off just because. We take it off because it tells us the resistance is working. That resistance might mean nothing today. It's not yesterday's price action, it's the day before.
right.
So the most relative price action will be yesterday's levels. This is a day before's level. So it might be good, it might not be good. Until this price action tells us either way, then we can't really assess that. So what we need to do is we need to watch the way the candles react with our levels.
Price action.
If it's going to fail here and make a pullback, you can take some off, but also try to see that if we get over here, potentially this is our next target here.
Right. So I do see some selling pressure. It looks like some indecision. It looks like a fight right now from the top to the bottom. There's just some selling pressure. It looks like. But I won't get scared off that one candle. We'll just see what happens,
Yeah, never let one candle scare you out of your position. Unless it's an algo candle that fires off, and then let the candle finish and decide on the next candle. But in the case of this, I always say to people at the end of the day, if you're not sure what's happening, let the candle resolve itself, and if the next candle opens and it looks like it's going to be bullish, you can keep in. If the next candle opens and it looks like it's going to drop, and if it drops below the bottom of that candle, then you can take it off. You can use this candle as a support and resistance on a mini basis.
Right. Absolutely.
It's just about trying to be patient and using these levels, Imran. But it's too easy to take your position off way too early, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's like the amateurish thing to do, right?
It's a natural thing to do. Yeah, it definitely feels like a natural thing to do because all you're really worried about is making money in your P&L.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, I think you're getting a call or me. I don't know, somebody is.
Yeah, I think it must be you getting a call. I think it's usually on your end if it goes off like that. But that's okay.
Oh yeah, we're doing good. All right, so we made it past that level of that previous day.
Yep. Still looking good. It's holding that level at the moment.
Nice. Oh, you know what I noticed that day? Remember when you're like, oh, it looks like you're trying to short into strength when the SPY was ripping up? You remember that day? It was, I think, on Wednesday or Tuesday. What I noticed, it's like before that 310 reversal time, they dropped the SPY for maybe 20-30 minutes, like 245 to 250, just to pick it right back up again where it left off at. You know what I mean? On that 310 reversal, it trapped some shorts.
Yeah, they're so clever the way they do it. They know exactly where orders are going to be. They understand trader psychology. They understand where you would place your natural orders. I mean, people get sucked into it so easily. It's like people that place stop loss orders. If you want to stop at 148, they'll place their order at 148.05. It's like so friggin' obvious, man. It's like
we still get trapped.
Try and be fucking original. Place it at 148.14, 13. Just try and be original.
Right, exactly. Let's see. So it looks like it's kind of the candles are getting smaller. I feel like I've heard that's how you know that also.
Yep, they are a little bit smaller here, so they're a little bit less decisive.
Right. We don't have any volume on the bottom of the chart. Does that matter?
It doesn't matter, no. To be honest with you, I've just tried to keep it simple so we can learn to trade price action.
Gotcha.
I haven't tried using it on demand actually. I don't know how accurate the volume bars are.
So we're entering the previous day's highs soon in that purple line.
Yep. Yeah, I think learning to trade price action is the most important thing. I know people can get so carried away with this, that, and the other, but ultimately, a really good trader could trade. A really good trader could trade price action from a mobile phone, if you understand price action well enough. I mean, I'm not saying I would never recommend anyone to do so, but I know a guy who trades. If he can't trade at home, he will trade on his phone. And he can still pull a K or two a day from his phone, just because he understands. He's been trading a long time, but he understands price action. He's a lot better. He understands it better than I do. I mean, I couldn't trade from a phone, but he has a gift. He's a great reader of price action. And it just goes to show that if you're on a tiny screen and you can't fit volume in, and you can't fit time and sales in, and if you can read price action and you can understand what's going on with price action, you can still manage to trade. It is all trumping, daily levels and price action are the most important thing you'll learn.
Right.
All the other stuff like reading the tape and all that sort of stuff, it kind of.
What the hell is that, reading tape? I've never asked,
exactly.
But I've heard that.
Reading the tape. It's understanding the time and sales, basically, the tape, the orders that are going through.
Okay.
And sometimes you'll see everything will slow down and everything will speed up, and you'll be able to take stuff from that. But, ultimately, I'll take more from the level 2 than I will from the tape.
Yeah. Like right here on the TOS, you see that on the side of it, like underneath where our P&L is.
Yeah.
That's pretty much our level 2 right there.
It doesn't work very well for on demand though, does it?
No, but you should be. But what was I gonna say? But when I'm trading like paper, like live with you while we're on in chat, I use that as my level 2 because it's right there.
Sure.
And everything is right there. But I don't use the. So it looks like it's having trouble getting through this. I spoke too soon. But it looks like it's kind of having a little bit of trouble at this 147 kind of range. Or what was it, 147? So we'll see. It looks like there's a lot of sell orders right there. Maybe I can take off some profit. I don't know. We'll see. Oh. It's still holding the 50. Your blue line is what, the 50 or 9? That's your 9? Okay. It's still holding that 9.
That's the 9. That's 20. That's the 100.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the fever.
Okay. I have mine's backwards, so my red is like my 9, and then my blue is my 50. Cool. Okay, we hit a high. Okay.
There we go. Just keeping going. Look at this. On 50 shares. Doing well. Wow. Okay, so what are we looking at now? I
would like to maybe get rid of like 50 shares just because like we hit that line, no? What do you think or no?
Well, not yet. Let's wait.
It hasn't given us
Yeah.
Gotcha. It hasn't given us a lower high, so right? So like it hasn't given us a confirmation that it's falling.
Yeah, exactly.
It's still giving a higher low. Right. And part of it is like something that you said, like that was like after losing a trade, that will to keep going, because you feel like shit after you lose, right?
Yep.
Like look at Min, right? The other day when he lost like $127 like paper, but like he felt like he had to shut it down. Like now, like when I get like that, I just still keep going. You know what I mean? I might take a smaller size, but I just still keep going. And it's crazy how like the human mind is. Like you get a couple losses, you feel like slapping the shit out of yourself, or you want to go to sleep and just forget about it, and then after you get a few wins you're like, oh my god, I'm on cloud 9. It's crazy how like the mind will
it's very it's to be honest, part of as you go forward, learning to control that is also important, to not let the negatives over negify you. That's not even a word, but not let the positives make you too hyper either. I see some people in the room and they're so emotional. Like I wouldn't name names. Well, I wouldn't. They wouldn't mind me saying anyway. But they'll make a green trade and it might only be a $50 trade, and they're like, "Oh my god, fucking Pat, I fucking love you, fucking on fire, fucking killing it, blah blah blah." And then as soon as they go onto a bit of a red streak, they're like all doom and gloom, and you can be over emotional. I mean, we all like to make a green trade, but just because you've made a green trade for $30, you can be a little bit over the top with your emotion.
Right. And what's funny is
good to try and remain pretty level, pretty level.
Yeah, absolutely. But this looks like it might be setting in a lower high, but I'm not sure. We'll see right here.
Yeah. Probably, we'll see what it does. I would mark this now, here. And a drawing.
Like, I've studied, like, a lot of, like, meditation and yoga for years. And it's really the same exact stuff. Like, there's something that we posted a couple months ago, or a month ago, like, in the chat for Sunday. It's that Meditator. And they got into that. They're like, yeah, we took concepts from Zen Buddhism. And they say the exact thing. Don't be so concerned with the positive things that people say to you, the compliments, and don't be so affected by the negative things that happen to you in your life, and just know that they'll all pass. And just be very stoic. Just be stoic and just keep progressing.
I would probably take your 20 there now.
Okay.
I'll take your 20 there now.
I should hit, do you have auto? You have auto set up?
Yeah, why isn't that doing that? That normally works. Oh, did you hit it twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. If you hit it too quickly, it puts it on. I would have only taken one lot off there myself, but that's fine. So you've only got 10 shares left now.
Oh, shit, that's what it was.
Yeah,
okay.
You hit it twice. That's okay, never mind. It's okay. So what I would do now, Imran, is I would probably chill out with this 10 shares, and identify a level that you're prepared to give it to in case this is just a pullback.
I would probably do 147 and take it off, maybe, or yeah. And I think I would.
Okay, so where's 147? Is down there.
Right,
well, if you're going to do 147, why not go to
the VWAP? I'm going to go to the VWAP.
No, 147 sounds good. 147's good. Okay, so let's have a line. In fact, let's use this line. 147 minus the change. There. $147 now, and we've got like 7 or 8 cents for a road candle. If it goes below there, we'll stop out those last 10 shares. If not, we'll see where it goes. Well, it might come up and double top.
Cool.
Just get my cup of tea.
Definitely. I've also it looks like it's putting in a lower high. It looks like what I was gonna say, like also too, what I've been learning as well. It's the same thing with driving, and everything. The mindset with trading, it's like everything in life, and that's like when you first drive, like I guess like I don't know if you ever I know you're teaching your kids, you've taught your kids, like when they drive, right? They first learn to drive, how they always look close, like as like a, but you always, I'm not sure if you ever told them to look far, and that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. That is, yeah. I think a new driver tends to focus on the road in front of the bonnet, where I can drive literally. I often find myself doing it. I do it for a bit of fun sometimes. I mean, I drive sort of country lanes where I live, but I'll drive, and all I will look at is the road right in front, as far as I can see, because I'll already know, my mind will have soaked in the information of the bend that's coming up, so I don't need to look at the actual bend. It's there in my peripheral vision. What I'm looking at is the road a corner up or a corner and a half away, to see if there's any tractors coming out, or to see if there's any cyclists or horses on the road. But a new driver will always focus on the road in front of the bonnet, and more often than not, they won't see the horse that's 400 yards up the road until it's right on them, because they're so focused on, and this is exactly the same, with trading. You need to be able to see possibly what's going to happen in 15-20 minutes time. You don't have to focus on the actual candle.
Yes, exactly. It looks like we're putting in lower highs. It looks like we're getting ready to come back on a downtrend. Do you think it would be wise to go like on the short side?
Well, because we're long, I would stick with the long trade now.
Gotcha. I've been sometimes hedging my positions. Like if I see that, like if I'm not sure if it's a higher, lower high, like which trend would kind of override the other one. Like the other day I was simulating in TOS, and it looked like a triple top, but it also looked like a lower high. You know what I mean? And so it could have went either way. So what I did is I put in I think a buy order to go long, but then it failed, and I waited for a little bit, and I knew that it was coming down, and I just went short on it. Or do
Okay.
you think it's I should just be more confident, like,
Well, the
you know
thing
what I
is,
mean,
I
with
mean,
my
if you
setups?
weren't
So
in a position, you could have taken it short on the lower high. But I mean, let's zoom out and look at the slightly bigger picture. It looks pretty strong. Is it going to fail here and come all the way down, or is this just going to retrace to the VWAP and push further back up again? And it's a hard one to say. The thing is that you are long and you're trying to protect your long position, so you've made your play. So my advice at this point is to see your play out, because it's not really extended on the day yet, not really.
right.
It's a
So
tough
we
one.
could
You
just
could
be
have
getting a
taken it
good
short.
price.
I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you how you
Right.
do that. But obviously now we didn't take that particular opportunity, so I would say ride this out now and see where it goes.
Right. Like, I was gonna tell you. Yeah, because sometimes like you think it's dying out, but they're just getting the best price at the VWAP and pushing it back up again. You know, since it's
Yeah,
strong.
I mean, this is your 10 o'clock reversal too.
Yeah.
You know, it's 10
10
o'clock here,
o'clock.
so it's the time normally it will
10, 10.
push for the force for the first half hour. Then it will pull back, and it's either going to pull back and hold support and push on, or it's going to come back and fail and come down. I mean, either way, if it
Right.
comes down, then we can start watching for the double bottom.
Mm-hmm. So, I like how you have that marked up though. See how you have like the lines that are in the daily that are also in the
Yeah,
intraday. Those are
I
cool.
think it's a good visual representation. It really helps you to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. Yeah, it looks like it just tapped the VWAP for the best price. Let's see if it breaks through that purple line of
You
that
see where it
previous
got
highs.
sucked up again? Really sucked up really quickly. Just tells us that there's
Mm-hmm.
orders sat there. Probably orders sat there
Yeah.
waiting to be triggered.
Yeah. Oh snap! Broke through.
So what I would normally do, Imran, at this point is I would put a little drawing here to potentially recognize a channel.
Right.
See how it's trading down, but it's also starting to trade within a downward channel.
Mm-hmm.
So ultimately, what we're looking for is we're looking for that.
A breakout.
Oh, hang on, let me bloody thing.
A breakdown or breakup.
You see what? Try and paint the right side of the chart now. So we're coming down here. So we're looking for it to trade itself into here somewhere.
Right.
Okay, and then obviously if it's going to break back out the channel, it's probably going to break back up and test the double top. If it breaks down the bottom, your stop's going to go off, and it's probably going to come a good bit further down.
Mm-hmm. Should I put the sell order right there, or just I just want to get
No,
started?
we'll just do it. We'll just do it manually.
Okay.
We'll do it manually. Oh, you could do, but we'll do this manually. We'll keep it simple.
Looks like it's getting hit on the head with that channel and that downtrend.
So we're holding this little area. You see, this is what I like. So this. I don't know why it's significant, but it seems to be holding this price here, which was the day before's open price.
Yeah.
Holding it here anyway,
Yeah.
and we'll see.
Yeah.
Now, what's your average price?
like I remember
146.
Yeah, like I remember watching your video what you did on Facebook. That was a good one too. Well, all of them are, but you know what I mean.
Oh, thanks, bud.
That was a good one. No problem.
Jesus, what a busy day, man.
Are you running around with the kids and stuff and getting things done?
No, man, now I've been doing this all day.
Oh, shotgun.
Yeah, it's my third one, this is.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I did one earlier this morning, and then I had an hour and a half, well, an hour, just over an hour and a quarter's one-on-one mentoring session with someone, and then straight on to summer, and then just literally finished with summer, straight on to you. That's why I'm running behind, actually, the mentoring. I was only intending it to be like maybe for 30 to 45 minutes, but it ended up being about an hour and 10 minutes. So it's kind of put me behind on the day.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, if you want to cut out early, dude, it's cool.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I'm all good, bud. I'm all good.
Okay. Well, I'm happy it's picking up, right? I remember before it was a little slow. Now you're kind of picking up a lot, right? With the
yeah,
shotgun.
first 3-4 weeks, you know, I think it just needed people to do it, and then for people to see what effect it was having on people, and then of course, you know, people see the value in it then.
Yeah. I just needed to save. I saw the value the moment it came out. Even just the concept of it was just like, holy shit, you know. It just needed, I wanted it right away. Anything that could help. Anything that
Yeah,
could help.
exactly, and it is. I mean, it's helping. Jesus, it's really working well for people. Really helping them. So
Absolutely.
that's awesome. You see, we've broke out of this channel now, so we're going to come in and see what it does at this high of day.
Alright.
You've only got 10 shares left, so at this point I'd be raising my stop. What I'd probably do now, if we take this off, remove, and take this off because it's broken, we don't need it. I'd put a trend line from here.
Oh, nice.
Probably up through there. I probably use that now to gauge what's going on and gauge my stop via the trend line. I don't mind a breakthrough. You just got to recognize a breakthrough trend line on a wick. So when I say a trend line break, I'm talking about a break with authority where you get a candle literally start to build a proper candle underneath it. If you get a wick, you know, if a candle's here and it comes through, don't do anything until the candle finishes. Because it could just be a wick.
Right.
You know, it could come down, go back up again, and carry on. And you'd be pretty pissed if you stopped out just because of a wick, and it carried on for another 2 points.
Right, so it could be like a algo candle or just like a big sell-off
Oh,
candle.
just sell this kind. It could just be a candle like one of these. You see where it comes down, and it's sucked back up again, and off it goes. And you know, it's a shame. It's really annoying when you stop out of something just because of one candle. So, especially when you're green on the trade, just let the candle resolve itself and wait for the next one.
Yeah.
I've stopped out of so many trades because of a little wick on a candle, and then it's sucked back up, and what I thought was going to be a red candle actually became a green candle.
Yeah. Like that one fallout shelter where that kid was saying, Jesus Guzman.
Yeah.
He was like, it's just people with market, it's just people with money fucking with you. That's
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, he was a good guy, he was.
Yeah, looks like he's having trouble here a little bit.
So we've got a whole number of 149 here. We've got a daily level up there, and we've also got previous high of day. So we're bound to find a little bit more resistance at this sort of area now. But we've still got our trend line to keep us going.
Is that a double top or not necessarily?
It's at double top, yeah. However, if you look at it like this, if we were to put another line over this now, just to give you a visual aid, a visual representation of what we're looking at, you see we're basically trading into an ascending wedge.
Yeah.
Okay, it is a double top, but then it's not a double top with conviction at the moment. It's come into it pretty hard. If it obviously if it fails and it comes down, you could flip bias on it and go short.
Right.
You
So
see,
I'll look for the next green candle to not go as high as the preceding ones,
okay,
and then maybe I'll take it short.
okay.
I'm gonna just touch the order thing here, and I'll put like 50 shares, and I'll just go short, I guess. I think I need to do 60 because it has to buy up that 10, right?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm sorry, mate. There you go.
No, it's all good. So it looks like those three green candles kind of ran out of steam, and now it's about to go into like a sell.
Okay.
Right. So I feel like I'm gonna take the trade right here. I hit it once, I think. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. You're short 50. So where are you going to stop?
I'm gonna stop at the high day.
Okay, so we're going to stop out, say 149.12. Okay, let's move this up. Give ourselves a little visual record. Let's say 149.13, just to give it room.
Yep.
And if it don't work, it doesn't work, okay?
That's it, right? Exactly. Thank you.
Sometimes you've just got to, if you like the setup, you just got to have a little go sometimes, you know, and accept the outcome as long as you're risk adverse and you're not risking more on a trade than you're comfortable with.
Right.
Doesn't know what it wants to do yet.
Yeah.
The main thing is if this doesn't work is not to go flipping bias again because you haven't really got a risk off area. Well, it's up to you. The only thing I would say is if this fails and you wanted to go along, I don't know, all you would be able to do is literally risk off there.
The next the previous
Yeah,
top,
I mean,
right?
it's not a style of trading I would recommend. Because if it fails, it could push up, then it could come down, it could fail again, and it's just a way of you getting chopped up. You know, if this fails, that's fine. We just sit back then and we wait for another trade.
Looks like it's about to fail.
Oh, you need to put 50 in there, or else you're gonna be long 10. There you go.
Okay. Let's see.
You need to buy this time, don't you? Not sell.
Oh yes.
And there it goes. Okay, took a small loss. That's fine. Let's sit back and let it show us what it's got.
Do you think think I should get like another computer screen as well? Like I have two, but I also have a laptop. Or do you think I'm good?
What, you got 2 monitors, yeah?
Yeah.
I think 2 monitors is okay.
Yeah, they're pretty big. They're wide. I don't know. I think it's like 32.
Yeah, I think that's
33.
fine.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to overcomplicate with monitors. It's fine. 2 monitors and a laptop. The only problem. Do you run them from a PC or from a laptop?
They're from a PC. My two screens are from a PC. But
Okay.
I was gonna say that I also have a laptop, like a smaller laptop. If anything, I can just use the PC for like just the charting, and then I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
go into
yeah.
the laptop and just shoot.
Use the PC for your TC 2000 and whatnot, and then you can use the laptop for your
Yeah.
charting on your little chat feed, can't you, for Zoom?
Yeah, there we go. Oh.
That's absolutely fine.
Holy shit, this thing's pretty strong.
Yeah, it's going quite well. So what I would do here is mark up the 150. 50. Mark it in yellow because it's a daily level. Doop, doop, doop. There you go. So there's our 150. So I suppose we could look and see if the 150 struggles. Could that give us a trade? Just a question of waiting and not doing anything unless you get some sort of confirmation, really, Imran. You don't want to be rushing in. You don't want to be desperate to trade. You don't want to be getting any sort of FOMO at this point.
Right. Or chasing and all that other bullshit.
Nah.
Right. FOMO, okay. Yeah. We went a pretty high way. This looks definitely kind of a little extended, huh?
It is extended. Look at the size of that daily candle. That's like engulfing yesterday's. It's almost engulfing the previous days. So
Absolutely.
you know, this is gonna, you know, surely if it gets to there, that's gonna reject.
Right.
And
Like
that's
there's times that I would put like a buy order. You see my mouse, right?
yeah,
Like there's times that I would put like a buy order, like maybe like a sell order for like a short. I would put it like right over here,
right,
kind of predicting where the lower high would be. And just
yeah,
kind of put it right here, and I would move it around sometimes. You know what I mean? But just to kind of like, if I saw it coming down, the sell order would be like right around here. Kind
yeah.
of cheating.
No, I'll sometimes do that, but normally I like to see what the price action's doing first.
Gotcha.
Um,
Wow. Jeez, this thing is still going like nobody's business. But I do see some sells on that candle preceding that one. Before that, there we go. Look at there's wow. Okay, forget what I said.
so we're between the whole number and the daily resistance now.
Okay, excuse me. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, it came down with some authority. There we go.
So what I would do here, Imran, is I would do this.
Great.
Oop.
So what I'll do, I'll wait for it to retrace, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, we're looking for, because that's nothing at the moment. It isn't nothing. So it's only a setup when it starts to show us signs of confirmed weakness, and confirmed weakness is lower highs. If it comes back up and tags the top and pushes higher, then we don't want to take anything until we start to see signs of confirmation. We know it's extended. We know it has a nice level above it, which is great, but if we're going to take it, okay, we're going to take it and we're going to risk off like that. Okay, so you need to work out, if I just stop this a second, so what you need to do when this happens is you need to have a certain risk now. Now if you're going to get it around here what your price is. Yeah, your price is around about 150.24. Yeah?
Right.
Okay, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for to buy it somewhere around there.
Yep.
And that's our risk. Okay, 150.17 to 150.70. So it's roughly 50 cents of risk. Yeah?
Yep.
Now, how much are you prepared to risk on this trade?
So 15.
50 cents. Yeah, if we stop out, it's going to be 50. If we can get a decent fill around there, it's going to be 50 cents. So how much do you want to risk?
I'll do 50 shares, and I'll risk off like
so that's 25. 15. That's $25 risk, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's sensible. You've got $83 in the bank. No point in risking it all on one trade.
Right. There's a calculator I saw online called Omni Calculator. It's a stock calculator. It usually helps out with like quick calculations.
Yeah, I made one of those a while ago. Yeah, it's great. I mean, you get it into your head after a while, but yeah, it's good. It's good to have a quick reference. Risking 60 cents. That's oh yeah, so many shares with so much risk. They're really handy to have.
Yeah. All right, so maybe I can get in here.
Okay. Just gonna grab some water. Yeah, if you can. 9. Okay, thanks. Okay, so what's it doing then? What are we seeing?
Looks like it's setting up a lower high. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I don't think it has the nuts.
No, I don't think it has the nuts to go any higher here.
Yes.
I love that when you have a daily level, and it's an important daily level, and it gets over a high good number like 150, which is a real obstacle. I mean, 150 is a big number.
Yeah.
When something gets over that but doesn't have the nuts to make it to the next important level, that's a really good sign.
And do you think it's never a bad thing to put many more levels? Like you see all the levels that you have over here. Like,
yeah. Let's have a look at the levels we've got, Imran. So we've put in. Oh, let me get rid of this thing here. We don't need that one. We've put in
Because we
this
really
level
went
because,
over a lot, right?
yeah, we've put in this one because it was a high of day. Seems like it
Yeah.
was pretty important. We've got this because it's a daily level, so we've got all the important daily levels marked up. I think we're pretty good for them. And yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you can have too much on a chart, but if you're going to focus on a chart all day, the more the better. You see, this here I would extend this up like
Right.
that.
Because it hasn't really broken trend, right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly. So if you look at this on a bigger scale, you see that's our trend. Yeah. So until we've broken trend, essentially we are still bullish. What we're looking for is we're really looking for the moving average 9 to cross back through the 20. And that will signify the first stage of a proper trend reversal. Now what will normally happen, Imran, is you see how the price is dropping down way before the moving average 9 can catch up.
Yeah.
So what you'll normally get, you'll normally find it will find some support out of something like a trend line and push back up again and give these moving averages a chance to catch up. It might die, but normally the only way this moving average is really going to get to cross this 20 is if the price action gives it time. Oh no, it's gone. Wow, you see, I would cover 15 into that wash, Imran.
15?
Yeah, I'd cover 15 into that wash. When you get a nice wash like that, it's a real gift. So you can't, because that could be it. I mean, it could push all the way back up again. So you can't look a gift like that. You can't look that kind of gift horse in the mouth. That was a big drop. That was a whole dollar drop in one candle.
Oh yeah.
So now you see, there you go. Now we've found support, and it's giving the moving averages time to sort of catch up. So that's good. We've got one moving average over the other. That suggests that we've broken trend now initially. We're finding some support here at the green line. Also looks like it was an important area here. It's also the whole number of 149. So we're sort of finding support around the 149.
Support 149. Okay, yeah, definitely. Absolutely. So can you just repeat that one more time? You said that when the candle drops faster than the moving averages can cross, then it would probably retrace, you said?
Well, very often you'll find when you get such a sharp drop like that, you'll normally find it'll either drop and consolidate, or it will push back up. And I don't know, it's just something I notice a lot. It rarely keeps dropping for long enough, because otherwise the moving averages would never cross. Normally you'll find it will drop and consolidate, or it will drop and pop and drop. It just gives those moving averages time to cross down to confirm the trend.
Gotcha.
It's not something to focus on. It's just my experience tells me if you normally, in order for these to really cross and catch up, you kind of need it to slow down, and they always do cross, so expect it to slow down somewhere. See, it's finding support here, which was the high of day here, and that's now finding support at your previous high of day. So this is why it's so important to draw when you get these highs of day, is just to put a little line in there, so you know why it's finding support here. Because if you had your chart out like that, you might not necessarily know why it's reacting to that price level.
Right.
It's always important to know why something's, especially on the back side, it's really, really important to know why something's responding to a price level.
Gotcha. I might take it off. Like, I might take 15 shares when it touches this level.
Okay, well, next thing to watch is for the VWAP, isn't it?
Right. Because it's so close to the VWAP that I figured that price, there might be like buy orders there. Looks like there's a bunch of buy orders there with those candles. No, guess not. off some shares? Is it bounced off at that level?
15. Take off another 15. That loser. Yeah, you take off another 15 if you want.
Okay, let's see what
I mean, we're all about. Just wait for the candle to resolve, though. Like I always say, if you're not quite sure, just wait. Sometimes you can get a little bit involved in micromanagement of a trade and be a bit too focused on the P&L instead of seeing the bigger picture. And a good way to relax with it is to say, okay, I'll take my first lot off when we get a positive break of the 9. I'll take my second lot off when we get a positive break of the 20. And I'll take my third lot off when we get a positive break of the 50.
Gotcha. So we haven't broke the 9 yet. I mean, the 20. No, what is that? The 9.
The 9's. So, it's trying to break the 9 now. It's trying to break the 9 now.
Right.
But it hasn't done. I mean, not with any authority. It's only a wick.
Do you pick these days at random pretty much, or what?
No, I have a set amount of days. I know that, I mean, I have to record days down that I know will provide us with a decent trade, because imagine if we chose a day and all of a sudden we had three hours of absolute chop where it was untradeable. So I have to know,
Gotcha.
I have to know that I've got a list of days and tickers in my book that will provide us with some trades, because at the end of the day, this isn't about what I know is going to come. This is about what I see you doing and the decisions that you make. I mean, I'm not the one pulling the trigger here. I'm not the one making the trades. So it's not me giving you a trading demonstration. It's me putting a chart in front of you that's going to provide you with opportunities long and short. And I need you to make the decisions. And my job is to listen to what you're saying and to try and guide you in a way that will help you to see things the right way.
Gotcha. So it looks like it might be jumping past the 9. There we go. I'm going to take off 15 shares.
Okay.
Okay, so there's... What did I do? Did I hit sell or did I hit buy?
You got no. You're fine. You've got 20 left.
Okay.
Yep, you've got 20 left.
Okay, for me. 22.
So,
okay.
where would you set your stop now to take off your last 20? What would you do with your last 20 now?
This previous this thing level here.
Okay.
The 148.93.
Okay.
That would probably be my next level. If it got to that, I would just hit the buy order and get rid of the last 20.
Okay. So the logical place to do it would be here. Okay. So if you're going to take them off at 93, then you really ought to at least give the whole number an opportunity to save your ass.
Right.
Okay. The logical place to do it would be 149.09, for example, or 07, because if you take it off here, 140, if that fails, at least give the whole number an opportunity, because you've got there, and then you've got your whole number there. So it makes no sense to take it off at 0.93 when you've got a nice whole number sat 7 cents above.
Gotcha.
Okay. Always use technical resistance, okay? Technical, not just a number.
Gotcha. I was looking at this previous...
yeah, I can see that. So you've got one, what have we got? We've got one, 0.80, 0.92, and then the whole number. So we're only risking an extra 22 cents by giving it that extra room to fail. But by doing that, what we're actually doing is we're giving ourselves an extra couple of lines of defense for it to have to go through.
Gotcha.
And we've only got, I mean, at the end of the day, we've only got $34 riding on this. If we stop out here, that's still gonna, it's only, we're still gonna have about $15 on it, aren't we? So we're not going to turn the last quarter of our trade red. We're still going to exit green, but we're just giving it that little bit of more opportunity to fail and give us the trade that we're looking for. I mean, we've made VWAP now, so that's good. So we had a risk reward of 3.2 to 1 when we took the trade there down to the VWAP. If we end up getting down here somewhere, then the risk reward on the trade is going to be closer to 4.5 to 1.
Gotcha. So let's see, 148. I could probably be the next. I could probably move it down.
Yeah, if we break down below this area, then I would probably start moving my stop down now. Like I would certainly start using maybe this shoulder here, something like that.
Yeah, 148. Or is that 148.5? Yeah. Whoa.
Nice drop.
Maybe I can. Let's see. Maybe I can move the stop a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, whoops. Let's see. 147. Oh, what can we do? Oh yeah. Let's leave it here. 148. Oh.
Well, let's look at what it's actually doing. All right, let's look at the bigger picture. So, what I would do here, let's just put this in. Let's just slow it down. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, and what we've got here essentially is this. Okay, we've got this, and we've got this. We've got a channel again. Okay, draw your channel. We traded into a nice little channel there. Okay. And we've got this, look. You see what we've got here? Drawing. Okay, just to give you a visual representation. So we've got this area where it found support there, which is also this daily level from there. So found support there once, it's just found support there again, and we've got a channel that it's kind of trading down in. So we could, in theory, we could look to our last 20 shares, and if we get a break back above this channel line, we could possibly switch bias and take it long. And our risk off zone, if you did that, would have to be add a drawing. Would be your whole number plus change there. Okay.
So it did look like it had a lot of sell.
See, that got sucked straight back up again. You notice that when it got down to that support, how it sucks straight back up.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take it off and maybe switch bias as possible.
Well, don't take it off yet because it's still in the channel.
Gotcha.
Don't mentally change bias until it gives you a reason to. Just program this if you wanted to go. So let's work out, while this is working, let's work out our risk. So you're risking off 146.94. Essentially, you're probably going to have to take it there. So we're going to have to risk another 50 cents per share, okay? So you're going to take another 50?
Yeah, I have 20 shares left.
Yeah, so take out, so put that to 70. No, put it to 70. Move that to 70.
70.
Yeah, that's it. So that will buy your last 20. and that will keep you. And
And
that
it
no,
will.
no, no. Don't do it now.
Oh shit.
No, no, no. That's okay. You've done it now. Don't do anything until it gives you a. Don't do it. And never make a trade until it, because this could just keep dropping now, and that will have stopped you out, giving you a loss when you should have had 20 shares short. Okay, it hasn't given you any reason to take that off yet. You see, still in its downward channel. Might continue down, pop through the
Gotcha.
bottom, and come all the way down to double bottom, and then you will have lost all that.
Mm.
So that would be turning a green trade into a red trade.
Right.
Okay.
It didn't give us a confirmation.
Okay, so it's not done anything. We're just planning our next trade. That's all. We're just planning by putting 70 in there. That we know that would buy back the 10 and give us the 50 we want. All we're doing is planning the next trade. We're planning our reversal in case it happens. If it doesn't happen, we're not taking the reversal.
Gotcha.
Okay, because at the moment, look, it's still coming down. It hasn't broken trend until it's trading above this trend line.
Right.
Okay, it's found support once, but we can't base anything on that candle. It's got to give us more than that, or it's got to put in a higher low here and break through the trend line. So normally you would keep your share short, and then you would wait, and as soon as it did this, you would hit it and swap and go instantly long.
Okay, so it's still dying out. Just put 50 shares just so.
Now we've got to decide what it's doing. At the moment, it's doing what we wanted it to do, but essentially it's not really, we are still in this downtrend until you're in a trend until you're not in a trend.
Right.
You know what I mean? You should never try and second guess.
Right.
You're in an uptrend until you're in a downtrend, essentially.
Right. Until you're out of it, right? So it's like, until we break out of that channel.
Yeah, until it properly breaks out, it is still trending down. And I mean, there's some good evidence. I mean, we've got two nice tests of this area, and now we look like it's looking good. But you shouldn't be. My point is, you shouldn't be long yet because it hasn't given you a genuine reason yet.
Right.
If it works out, then it works out. You got lucky on it, but it could still fail at this point, and push straight through and come all the way down again. There's no reason for it not to yet because it hasn't broken. The only good thing is you notice the moving average is curling, yeah, the 9.
Yes. Yes. So they're about to cross. So usually when they're about to cross, that's usually when a reversal happens sometimes.
Yeah, the fact that the candle pressure was pushing the moving average up and you got that curl was a good sign for us on that. The 9 curling around.
Oh. This is a good sign right here. Even though it's going down, it looks like it's breaking out of the trend.
Yeah, and if it can hold that trend line to the downside as well, and then push on from there, that's really good. That's what we want.
Right. Right. Everything looks so much easier when when you look at it in hindsight, right? When you open the chart at the end of the day, you're like, oh,
Oh,
see
it's
that?
yeah, it's the worst thing you can do is looking back and think, yeah, it is. You know, on days when we're all struggling, we can't see stuff, and then you look back at the end of the day and you think, why couldn't I see that? It's the worst thing you can do, living in hindsight. Well, at the end of the day, if you don't
Oh,
see it in real time, you don't see it in real time. Which is why
yes.
it's always good to wait for the obvious setups, you know, avoid mid-range crap and try and go for the obvious setups. Now, I know this is mid-range, but this is a solid mid-range double bottom because you've had distance, you've got all that distance and then all the way back again. If this had
Right, it's
only
been
come
shorter,
up to
right?
there and come down, it wouldn't be half as strong, but you've got distance from the double bottom right up all the way down again. 100% retracement right down into there. So
Right.
as mid range double bottoms go, that's a good one. But I see
Mm-hmm.
so many people talking about mid range double tops and double bottoms when it's barely moved. You know, it's like you have to learn to identify. See this here, that's not a double top.
Right.
That's not a double top. You could not class that as a good quality double top
Right.
because you haven't got no distance between it. You need like half an hour between a double top, really. You
Right.
need half an
I
hour.
always see that.
Yeah, you need
I
half an
always see
hour
that when
and a really good,
uh,
you know, a good hand. If you want, if you put your hand on the screen, you want it to, you want a hand almost. You certainly want
wow,
some
very
distance.
true.
You want some
Yeah.
pullback and then a push again.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. I do see that. It's between like 34 to 48 minutes almost.
Yeah, the
And
best
you
ones
see,
are between 25 and 45 minutes.
yes, I noticed that. Yeah.
Too long, and it'll often keep on going. Too short, and it's actually
Right.
part of the same move.
Right. Hmm. So it looks like it's banging his head on this. You see that?
Yep.
That orange line?
Yep, we've got that. So what we've got essentially is because that's our first high of day, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's a good line. And we've also got this weird like head and shoulders developing. So potentially this could
Yes.
be a shoulder.
I think I should take off 25 shares. Oh, all right, as it gave us a reason
Um,
to.
let's see what it does, but get ready to. I would get it programmed in and ready because, yeah, I mean, definitely you want to be prepared to take some off at this point. I would say if it breaks below the 9 for sure, because you don't want to give, you've got 57 bucks in there, you don't want to give that back.
I don't.
Just see what this candle does.
There we go.
Hey, there we are. So we're just over the 149. So I would say, Imran, now we're over the 149. I would use this right now. If we break back below this at all, take 25 off.
Gotcha.
Use this as your support line now.
so maybe I'm going to take off.
Well, it's sitting on the 9. Now the moving average is 9 is there. But yeah, okay, if it breaks, yeah, there you go. Take your 25. That's fine.
Okay.
You still you got oh no, you added to it.
Oh shit. Okay, now I'm going to take off.
Okay, yeah, I probably screwed your average price up a bit, but that's okay. Let's now you fat fingered. Don't react to it. Okay, see how this candle develops. Okay, relax. All right, don't let a fat finger fuck your head up. Okay, because sometimes fat fingers can work really well. There's many times I've doubled my share position by mistake, but you'll have to sit back and just give it a candle, because I've made a lot of money through fat fingers.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do is fat finger and then shit yourself and take your position off, because yeah, you've added to it, yeah, you've upped your average price by a bit, but do you know what? If it rips on another 2-3 points, you still made a lot of money through your fat finger. So never when you fat finger, just look at it, just stop a minute, take a step back, and okay, what have I done? Is what I've done really bad? Is it going to cost me, or is it going to help me? And then you can you know make a decision from there.
Right. I think what I should do is call it out when I'm saying it.
Yeah, talk to yourself. Make sure you focus. Make sure you know. The problem is when you're switching bias and when you're going from long to short, it is very easy to cover instead of selling and that type of thing. So you need to sort of say to yourself, I'm long, so I need to be selling. I'm long, I need to be selling. Otherwise, especially if you're a short bias trader, you'll often find yourself buying when you're already long.
Right.
I've done that too many times.
Yeah. So now we've made it over that. What is this? At 148.09. It's holding the 9. Let's see what it does here. Oh. You think I could even raise my stop up here?
Yeah, I would probably, if we can just get over that 149, then I would probably start raising my, we got 50 shares left, yeah, so I think probably I would use maybe this orange line, and you're moving average 20 now. Okay, I mean it's Nvidia and it does move. You've got to give it a little bit of movement and let it do its thing to a degree. Otherwise you'll never be able to ride a stock.
Right. Looks like it's hitting our stop. But it's getting sucked up at our stop.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Just relax. As I say, when you place a stop, you need to see it properly go through. And this is the problem sometimes with using hard stops, is it will take you out as soon as it's within the center of that stop normally. But you can't really account. You're better off with a human touch where you can visually see it, because by the time that candle goes through and you react to it, you'll often realize that it was only a wick and it's been sucked back up again. But a hard stop won't recognize that, you see.
I think that's the good thing about having mental stops, and you're actually there managing it.
It's
so
much
it's like you can
better.
actually,
It's much better having mental
yeah,
stops. I mean, if you're going to take a good sized position and you want to take the emotion out of it, you can set your hard stop. But once the trade's working, then you need to go down to mental stops because, like you say, you need to be able to recognise when a candle's getting sucked back up again. And just because it went 3 cents past the stop price you was going to do, you still need to see how it's going to resolve itself. And they do often
right,
get sucked back up again. And there's nothing more frustrating than setting a hard stop and being taken out for 3 cents.
right, and it still keeps ripping or
Yeah,
shitting
so
depending.
fucking
Oh
frustrating,
my
man. I
god.
mean, if this was your stop, then you need to see, like I've said, you need to see a new candle develop underneath your stop, and then you take it out. You've got to let that candle
Right,
finish. Well, that candle went down and all back up again. It finished all the way back up there. If that was a hard stop, you'd have been taken out there.
right. Should I draw a channel from going here to here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's it.
And then right here too?
Yep, you can do.
Okay. I think so. No, no. There you go. Did I place the top channel too high or too low? Or
No,
is
it's
that okay?
fine. It's fine. It's only a visual aid. I mean, not everybody uses it. I just like to see. It just gives you a. It helps to identify trends sometimes. That's all.
Right. Like if we look at the, yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, I see that previous high. It looks like it could also be approaching a double top
Yeah,
or a lower high.
or a lower high. Yeah. So what we would look for is signs of exhaustion at this point, signs of it topping off, and obviously signs of it breaking back through the channel properly. But it's a difficult one because you're up nicely. You don't want to blow that position just because you think it's going to fail.
Right.
Um, but then again, obviously if it breaks the channel, you could take it off and wait. It's up to you what you do. Or understand though, if you were to take it short here, you've still got to risk off the right area, and that's a hell of a risk.
Right.
Taking it off is okay. You couldn't shorting it here without any sort of confirmation would be very silly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it looks like it's getting ready to make a lower high. Let's see.
I've got a nice little buyer's candle there.
Right there, huh?
Yeah,
Fly.
yeah, that's the only thing that's got going for it at the moment. I think if it's gonna fail, I think if it's me, I'm probably gonna take it off.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it hold over that 149, that's for sure.
Yeah,
You've
I
still
want to
got
see
a
it
dollar.
get
You're
over
up, you're
this.
up $1 per stock if you take it off on the 149, so that's okay. You
Oh
you've
shit!
added to it again.
Did I? Damn it. Okay, there we go. I should have said it out loud, like I said.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, gotta focus. Those fat fingers, they can make you money, but they can destroy you as well.
Oh my god, yes. I I need to just say it out loud. Next time I'm just gonna say it out loud. Okay, so now, right, like we can, we have this previous. I'm gonna just scroll just to the left a little bit.
Yeah. Do you want to zoom out?
Yeah, I can hit that button right here. Oh, there we go. You did it. Okay. There we go. Perfect. So then, it looks like it's getting ready to put into a lower high from this previous high over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess,
I would probably take this one out. I think that's a bit distracting right now. And I'd probably, now it's kind of changed, I would move that and probably put it there.
right. So from over here, I'll wait, let this kind of maybe touch here, I guess.
Yeah,
And
you
it's
could
sell off again one
do
more time.
the same as what we do. So you could put your line in there, and you could look for this. You could look for that. But you must know where your risk off area is. If you're going to take that, you have to risk off the high of day. Okay, so work out how much your risk is quickly.
It is a far ways, no?
It's 41.51. So where are you now? You're 149.50 to 150.30. So you got 80 cents of risk here.
You don't think this is too short? This is too.
No, you have to risk off the high of day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you have to risk off the high of day, or else you're not giving it proper risk.
Gotcha.
Okay, I know you're thinking you could probably risk off the 150, but then that's not really. It hasn't held before, so there's no reason why it would hold now. So you make your decision what you want to do, but understand where you're risking off. At least risk off your high of day. You might not want to give it to that red line now, but you must give it to the high of day.
Okay.
So it's
I want to see it push up a little bit higher, possibly, and then fail.
Okay, well, it's up to you. If it fails here and it starts to come back down, there you go, you're doing all right. What I would say here is, if it came up to here and it does start to roll over like that, then you would take it, but you'd only take 40 shares, take 30 shares.
Gotcha.
At the moment, it's not showing weakness, not really.
Right.
Not showing like this did here. Yeah, we're not getting that.
Right.
So we'll see. Might reject the 150 and then come down. As long as you know where you're risking off and how much you're risking on the trade. You don't want to give away half your day's profit just on a stab in the dark.
Right. It's like a whole day of work, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to do all that work to just go give it back on a whim.
Right.
What do you do? What do you do for work?
Oh, I'm in the hospital. I'm a respiratory therapist.
Oh, okay.
So I do 12-hour shifts. I have 2 jobs. I work night shift, one job, and the other one I work day shift. So
oh shit, dude! Really? Fuck.
Yeah, the other one is per diem, so it's not like I work it constantly. But
okay.
I'm trying to get rid of that hospital and go to another one where I have like nights and they pay a little bit better.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So I do see some top wiki candles like up here, but it's still not breaking our trend. You know, and it's still like.
It's still strong.
It's not breaking our line.
Still strong. Yeah, it's still strong at the moment. When something's ready to reverse, it will show you relative weakness, and at the moment I'm not seeing any relative weakness here. I did think it was going to here. It did look like it was going to, but we need more than just that. We need the second test and the fail there. That's what we really need. The fact that it's broken, it's still holding this channel uptrend. So, you know, now you draw your line in there. Now we're coming into another triangle, another channel here. Okay, so again, we would look for weakness and a break.
Right. If I can just take the mouse real quick. Oh, whoops. Oh, this one. I don't want it to kind of. approaching that double top. So it's
Yeah,
still
so
right. Wait
this
for
is
it.
irrelevant
Bang its
now.
head.
This is irrelevant now. So well, let's just move it. Let's get this out of the way for now. We can always use it if we need
Yeah.
it. Um,
Right.
it's yeah. Again, tops. Getting these tops, it's you need confirmation. You need more than this at the moment. I know people would take this, but you just need more than it.
Yeah. And how's your swing trading going, by the way?
Yeah, it's going good. It's going good, thanks. So I'm still in four that I took on Monday, so they're trucking along okay. They're holding. Three green days and a red day, and then most of them had a little green day on Friday. So, yep, they're okay, and just putting a lot of work into it, really. Imran, just it's a lot of work to get it off the ground.
I hear you, buddy. I hear you.
A lot of
I tried swing
research. And,
trading.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm still trying to work on swing trading, but one thing at a time, I guess.
Yeah, for
One thing
sure.
at a
It's
time.
well, and doing it for yourself is one thing, but when you think, when you're looking to start a proper trading service, there's so much to do, and you can't take chances with other people's money. You've got to try and make everything as standardized and as simple as possible, and you need to know shit
Right.
works at the end of the day. You can't go trying stuff with other people's money.
Oh, so you're doing it for people?
Yeah, it's going to be a swing trading service for Pat, basically. Yeah. So we're actually still
So
launching a new swing trading service.
yeah, so like, what I don't understand about that? Okay, there we go. It looks like it's breaking that channel, but I'm gonna wait for it to retrace.
Yeah. Let's wait for
Right.
confirmation.
Right. So we do have a double top. It looks mature. It broke out of the channel, but I'm gonna wait for it to retrace and give me a lower high.
Yeah. Well, the double
Once it gives
top's
me a lower
actually
high,
there. Double tops. That's only the
yes.
150. So the double top's there, but we'll see. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's a bit. It's a bit. I mean, that's a chase now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wait for it to retrace back up and
Yeah.
give me a,
Okay.
no, yeah. I like how it got brought up there. So basically, what is it? A service that, like, let's say I'll pay you, or like I'll give you, like, say, like $5,000, and you swing trade for me, or I swing
No.
trade
It's just an
myself.
alert service, just like it'll be a monthly fee, and people will get SMS and email alerts when I buy and sell. A weekly a weekly video watch list of the trade ideas I'm looking at, what I feel is ready for a position on Monday, for example, what I'm looking at for a possible reversal. Maybe they'll get some trade ideas. As I say,
Mm.
they'll be notified when I personally take a position in and out, and there'll be a little page on the website that members of the swing trade service only can go into, where there'll be some basic education and some trade recaps and stuff. It won't be like a video library. There won't be video lessons and stuff done all the time. It's going to be just a little bit more simplistic. There won't be a chat room or anything like that. More designed for people who, I think a lot of the members will want to do it because they really like the idea, but also for people that can't sit at their desk all day, that want to do some trading at work.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people can use their phone at work. They can place orders from their phone, and all. I suppose if they get an SMS from me saying taken some March the 31st calls on whatever strike price so and so, I guess that's how it will work.
Mm.
I think
Okay.
for a lot of people, they like the idea of being able to day trade but have some swing trades working for them also.
Gotcha. Absolutely.
So yeah, well, that's hoping I'm targeting early May for it.
That'd be great. Just to switch topic, like I was a part of the mentoring membership, but then it's like I wasn't utilizing it the best of my ability. Like I didn't reach out that much. I did take the classes. I went to, for sure I listened to the classes and stuff, but I wasn't even simulating that much. So
Right.
like now when I do the mentorship, like now because I'm trading consistently, at least 3 days a week,
Yeah.
at least. Now I feel like it's best for me to do it because I wasn't even simulating. I was just listening to it. Like I wasn't really utilizing it.
I know what you
whatsoever. I didn't
mean.
even
I know what
that,
you
like,
mean. Yeah.
yeah. So now that it's more ingrained in my mind, I'll definitely, and I'm more serious with it, I'll definitely get back into the mentorship like in a month or two.
Yeah.
Um,
There's Pat's You know, his classes at the moment are just, they're really, really good too.
Right. Absolutely.
They are. I mean, obviously he gets better as an educator as time goes on, and
Absolutely.
this is a funny one. This is, isn't it? It's a bit of a, it's messing us around here at the moment. Hasn't given us a
Yeah.
clear signal to take it, but there's that little piece of you that says, Jesus, if I take a stab at it, I'm risking more than
Yeah,
I
I got a
want
feeling.
to. Yeah, I'm risking more than I want to, but if it goes without me, I'm going to be real pissed.
Right, because sometimes like Apple, like before it gives you a lower high, it'll give you like a lower high, then a huge pop up, and you're just kind of like, what the hell,
Yeah.
you know?
All you can do in that situation, if you want to stab, is to take a chase size. You know, there's nothing wrong with chasing as long as you chase with chase size. Work out your risk. You won 49.50, so you're risking $1 per share. So chase size, you could take 25 if you're convinced. If you're not convinced, but as long as you hold it to the top, and then if you get a double top, you add another 25 in.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna hit 25
Okay.
shares, and I'm gonna hit the sub order. I'm gonna go
Okay.
short.
Okay.
Let's see. There we go. I'll wait for a second. No. I just wanted to wait for a second just to see what it did. See what it does here. If it pushes up higher, I'll just kind of sit on my hands. Mm. Still looks a little strong, but it is beating its head on that 140, on that 150.
Yeah, not showing us relative weakness really, though, is it?
No, not at
It
all.
was going to. It was starting to look weak, but now it's picked up again.
Mhm.
I'm guessing now we're going to wait to see if it gives us a higher day a higher day tag, and then I wouldn't do anything unless you see. I wouldn't do anything unless you see relative weakness, though, because I mean it could keep on trucking for another point.
Absolutely. We
Um,
have people are still. It's still lunchtime
yeah.
as far as they have until 1:45, 2 o'clock, where lunchtime ends. Okay, so now we've touched the double top on the previous high over
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Let's see what it does. It's
Yeah.
still in the channel.
It is. It is.
Am I your last session, or do you have one more?
Oh no, thank God you're my last. It's 7:30 now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, by the time this one finishes, I'll be ready to get something to eat and go to bed, quite frankly.
There we go. So you had me, you had Summer. Who else did you have?
And I had Mango,
Oh, okay. Cool, cool. Seems
Martin.
like a nice guy.
Yeah, I like Martin. He
Mango,
is a nice
right?
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Another two tomorrow.
Hmm. Okay. So it won't be too bad tomorrow
No, no, not too bad. So I can only do it every other week because of the children. So
then. Right, right,
yeah,
right.
I've got quite
Absolutely.
a backlog at
You
the
got three,
moment.
right?
I've got three children. Yeah, my oldest Liberty lives
Yeah.
with me, and the other two are with the mum.
Hmm. For me, I wasn't married that long. I only got married for like 6 months, and then I was like, I can't do this shit.
Oh,
Just like,
really? Why? What
oh,
happened?
like okay, so I met her. She was a bridesmaid. I was a groomsman at my cousin's wedding. Um, we got to know each other. I kind of rushed into it a little. We both did, and instead of just taking our time, but we just did not like mesh. She was very controlling, and like living in South Florida, Miami, Broward, Fort Lauderdale area, like we were a little laid back. And I'm from Toronto. I'm from Canada, but I moved here in '97,
Okay.
and she was very like very. Don't get me wrong. Like I love her ambition. I love that she was very a go getter, but sometimes she was just too rough, too
Okay.
rough, and it just didn't work. I
Okay.
just couldn't do it. Yeah. We're still holding trend.
Yeah. We'll put that on in case, I guess.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, because it
Let's
might do a
focus
lower
in a
top,
little bit
lower high.
because a little bit bigger here. We would be looking, if it was to work, we would be looking for the lower highs.
Right.
Essentially, though, that's kind of the trend.
Right. Because the bottom wicks are touching those a lot, right? So
Yeah.
we would use that as a versus like if the lowest one, but it's not touching it a lot, right? You want something that's kind of hitting it multiple times, I guess you could say.
Yeah, we were kind of looking for similar to there, we had the low, then the up, then the down, then the up, then the down. So we're looking for maybe some lower highs over the course of 10 minutes. Well, 4 or 5 minutes.
Right.
If we get something
Right.
here though, I mean, this is your risk off here.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you're going to risk
Risk
off
off the
if you
high.
were to take it. You're risking off here.
So you know what? I'm gonna go back to 50 shares on here
Yep.
because this isn't the chase size.
No, 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 no.
And
We're at a good level now.
right. I want it to pop up one more time,
Yeah,
and then
that's
I'm gonna
what you
hit it
need.
short.
You need that one more pop. If it does break with authority, then it's a difficult one. You'd have to, I would sort of say, reprogram and go 25. But
But yeah, man, I've been single now for about like a year and a
okay,
half, and I'm just kind of like I'm very like just content. I'm like afraid to get back out there a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it
yeah.
was kind of nasty a little bit, the divorce. So it's just I'm just kind of like
So
you know.
I guess you two aren't sort of good friends anymore.
No, we had our last talk and we kind of ended it off on a good note.
Okay.
But it's just like I'm just better off by myself, or not with her at least.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This time
Well, at the end of the
I'm
day,
gonna
mate,
just
if
take my time.
something's not right, it really isn't right, and you can't commit to just for the sake of it to spending a lifetime with somebody you don't want to be with, and it doesn't
Yes.
matter how long you've been with them. I mean, that's why myself and my wife split up, and we've been together quite a long time. But you know,
Right.
you come to realize that you know what. I don't want to be with this person until I'm 70, 80 years old. And you think, well, I'm still young
No.
enough to, even at 40 years old, you think, well, I'm still young enough to move on and have my own life, and so is she. And, You know, and it's obvious
Right.
that we're not right together, and you know, I'm sure I wasn't the same as a lot of people where you think, you know what, if you take the children out of the equation, we've got nothing in common whatsoever.
Exactly.
And I
Exactly.
thought, you know
And
what, when the
sometimes I'm like,
children
you.
grow up and get older and have left home, I can actually see us never speaking to each other apart from about the children. I think, well, that's no good, is it?
No, no, exactly. So that's like, and I'm wrong. Like people change, we all grow, and like it's either you grow apart or you grow together. But there's just something like I loved my ex-wife, I just didn't like her.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know that's
You
probably
know what I mean?
exactly the feeling. Yeah, exactly the feeling. Yeah, it was exactly the same for me. I mean, obviously, cared about her, and I still do. I wouldn't ever wish any harm or nothing like that.
Right.
But essentially, yeah, I mean, that's exactly my words. I mean, love somebody, but really and truly don't like you.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's like that's like my next goal. It's like when I do get into a relationship, or when I do actually, sorry, get to meet somebody, I want to make sure that I'm friends with them, and then we're friends. You know, we're gonna have disagreements, we're gonna have differences, but I want to make sure we're friends. Find some level of commonality, or just be easygoing. Like, and there's like easygoing to the point where you're lazy, or easygoing where like you just don't give a shit, you know, or where you care and then you're too controlling, or you know what I mean? It's like it's just the person has to be willing to bend. You know, don't fight
Okay.
all the time.
You
Don't
mean you
hold
won't forget?
grudges. You
Sorry,
know.
sorry. One second. You won't forget to order that for me.
Yeah.
Oh, for 9 o'clock. Okay, thanks, Libs. Sorry, mate. Go on.
No, no, no. It's okay. Yeah. So like, and I guess it's just communication and understanding and forgiveness and you know all that. I could see you with like a nice Thai woman.
What, me?
Or Costa Rican woman. Yeah, I see you.
A Costa Rican, yeah.
You know. Oh man. So I got it at 149.85.
Yep. Okay.
Right.
So we're
149.
risking off 157. So yeah, we're risking just under $50 on the trade. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Might get a better entry, but sometimes when you're hesitating around for an extra 10 cents, 15 cents, it's not always worth it because you might miss your trade altogether.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it's nice to get a great entry, but I see so many people missing so many trades because they wanted an extra 5 cents. You think, well, Jesus, you've just missed out on a $2 trade because you wanted an extra 5 cents.
Hmm. It's that it's timing. Timing is such a big part of trading. Like
Yep,
it's like
yep.
there's so many moving pieces, but it's like you wait too long, you get a shitty fill. You know, you don't do it enough, you get a shitty fill. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah. No, it's exactly, it is timing, and it's having confidence in your levels, it's having confidence in the setup, it's trusting the
yeah,
levels, and knowing that it might be wrong, and accepting that and taking it off if it is, and either saying that's it, I'm done, you know, or if you give
yeah,
50 back, you've still got 200. You know what I mean? If this goes wrong, you're still going
right,
to be plus 200 on the day. So then you say, you know what, I've made
right,
three trades, two green, one red, and plus 200. That'll do me.
right.
You know, if this trade works
Like I,
out, then you're going to be nicely green. If it doesn't work out, you're still going to be okay green. So it is what it is. You can't destroy your day at this point because the most this trade's going to cost you is $50.
exactly. Like what was I gonna tell you? There's sometimes like I grab from that see that column to the bottom right, and I'll pick like a buy or sell order. Like you know, it doesn't have to be too close. It could be far, but then like I can drag it and move it around. So let's say if I wanted to get to there, you know, somewhere close around there, I'll just place it around there, just so like if it hits it, it won't. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll get me close to where I want it,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
and then instead of just waiting to just press the button, it's already there. You know,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
close by it.
I see.
Yeah, I noticed that that helps. I wonder if the test is that easy as well to play with.
You can't move buy orders around on screen.
Oh, okay.
No, you can only program the montage. You can actually move buy
Hmm.
orders around with TOS, can you?
I can.
Oh,
Like
okay. Didn't know that.
example, right? Like if I let's see if I just pick a sell order all the way down here. Okay. Oh shit. What the hell did I do?
You
I just sold.
just shorted another 50 somehow, and your average price is
Okay.
the same. I don't know what you did there. Oh well.
I don't know what the hell I did either.
Oh well,
Basically,
stick with it
you
now.
can
It's
take,
working out.
yeah,
You see, it's the fat finger that's working out.
there we go. Never again. Let me just, what I'll do, I'll put this to 100. Oops.
Put it to. You got 100, so put it to 25. We'll peel it off in quarters.
Gotcha. There we go. Basically, you can see it right on your screen, the buy or sell orders, like in a little tab.
Oh, okay.
And you could just move it around. You could toggle it up and down, which is pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you see on top, like, I know this is on demand, so it's not accurate, but if you look at the HTB, it says right by the price. Like, you see where my mouse is?
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to borrow. Like, almost all the time on the reversal scan sometimes, like, it'll say hard to borrow, like, when it's really extended.
Okay.
In real time with paper.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just like, holy shit, does TOS never have shares to short?
No, I don't think they do they? I don't think they're very good for shorting.
No, I don't think so either.
Which is why you'll love TEFs, because TEFs, obviously, you can short anything.
Right, CFDs, right? That's the beauty of it.
And it's free as well.
Oh, that's great. The only thing is that, like, you have to wait for like a month for the payout. You know?
Yeah, but you know what? You don't. When you first get it, you don't want to be trading for that anyway.
Right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
Your main focus when you get your TEFs account should be to slowly start building a cushion on the account to start with, and then pay yourself, but try and get 1,500 cushion on the account, so that if you have a bad day, problem is if you pay yourself out every month, I know it's nice to have the income, but if you pay yourself out, if you get a $300 cushion in your first month and you take it all out, then you only need to go and have 2 or 3 red days, and your account's negative, and that's a real mental block to you, seeing that account red instead of green. So if you can get from a balance of 80k straight up to a balance of 80k 400, then that's such a nice cushion for you if you have a red day or two.
Yeah.
Try and work it for a couple of months. Try and get it to 81, 82k, and then pay yourself out $1,000 and leave a cushion in there. It's so nice to have a cushion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mentally, almost when you buy the account, you'd almost like them to give them an extra $400 and say, "Can you put 84,400 in?" Because it's a mental thing. You think, you know what? When you see that 86,000, if that first trade is red and it goes to 79,975, it's like, oh fuck. It's just a weird OCD thing. What it is for me, it's just like, oh.
I'm like that too. With the $2,500 account or $2,700 account, how much do they give you in buying power?
80.
It's probably double that, right?
80.
80,000. Oh shit. Okay. And then with the $500, $700 account, they give you like, I think 14.
14, yeah. And then the next one up from that goes to 150. 160 actually.
That's not bad.
No,
a big range, huh?
I've got that one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I upgraded it not long ago, so I could do some more swing trading and hold some decent sized swing trades in it as well.
Awesome.
And then I
and
might
so
even.
How do you step up?
You just don't. Yeah, even if the account's red, you can still upgrade it.
Oh wow.
All you do is, so let's say with the 80k account, you're allowed to go down as far as 76. Yeah. You've got a 4k max loss on the account, so if it goes below 76 you lose the account, so you've got to make sure you don't lose more than $4,000. That's how they work. But if you're down $3,200 on your account, say you might say, George, you know what, if I do lose this account, I'm better off actually just putting the money in and upgrading to the next one. So you just contact your account manager and say, I just want to upgrade my account. So you give them the difference between the student account and the expert account. So you give them another $2,700 and your account immediately gets changed to a master balance of 160 grand. But whatever you were down in your old one, you're down in your new one. Does that make sense?
Right.
So if you were $2,000 down in your student account, you're $2,000 down in your expert account. But instead of having a 4k max loss, you've got an 8k max loss.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
And you pay less percentage as well.
Mm.
You only
So it
pay
looks like
20% on that one.
it's not bad.
They're okay, Tefs are. They're okay. I mean, they have. I've got my grumbles about them, but I've got my grumbles about every broker. You know, you're always going to, aren't you?
Right. Right. Should I take off? You think it's touching the VWAP? You think I should take off like 25
Yeah, pay
shares?
yourself 25.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like it looks like the program with taps. It looks like it freezes sometimes or it shuts down. That's my only
Yeah,
issue. It looks like with that.
yeah, a few people have issues. I've got to say mine. Maybe I'm lucky. I don't know. I just don't have these issues. I can't remember the last time my Tefs froze on me. I just don't have it. I don't know.
Mm.
I see people saying Tefs this, Tefs that. I'm like, well, mine's running perfectly, and it always does.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like with TOS, the real time to me works great. People say they have so much problems with it that it freezes, but mine's rarely. I don't think it ever did, only because of my internet connection.
Right.
But it always was pretty good with me. My real time. It's working great now. You know what I mean? So, looks like these trades are working out today.
Yeah, well, because you're right, identifying the setups, and I know some days they don't, but then if you'd made the wrong decisions, they wouldn't have worked out anyway.
All right.
You know, it's about not fighting the trend, isn't it? I mean, if we zoom out and look at what might have happened, I mean, you could have got this completely wrong. You know, I mean, that looked like a double top. I think you actually took that and stopped out, didn't you?
I think so.
Yeah. So that was one green, one red. That was a green. That was a green. They're pretty obvious, really. I know that's saying it in hindsight, but the level, you know, it's putting in levels and it's respecting its levels.
Right.
It depends what bias you go in. If you're a perfectly long bias trader, you're going to get eaten up on the backside. Every time it finds support, you're going to be trying going long and get stopped out. You should try to be
Right.
slightly unbiased and just see things for what they are.
Right. Exactly. That's how I am. I'm not long or short bias. I just thank God that I started learning about stocks, and I heard about shorting. You know, um, very quickly. So I never became a long bias trader.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move the. It could bounce here, or continue down at this 148. There we go. I got sucked back up a little bit. Let's see. Moving averages are pretty far from it.
Well, we've achieved our goal of the VWAP, which is great. I would personally take another 25 off into a wash like that.
Okay, I'm buying 25.
Yep, you're buying 25.
Yep. So it could be setting up for a higher low. Let's see what happens. And if it does, then I guess I'll just take off my whole position.
Yeah, let's relax with it. I mean, yeah, it would have to be obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what it does. Where you're
Right.
going to set your stop. So you got 50 left. You tell me you show me where you're going to place it.
Okay, so I think if we possibly right here, the 148, so we got it at 140, so 140.80s, 148.80, 149.80s, okay, and then Yeah, I think we can risk off. $49.
Okay.
49. I feel like it's gonna sell off in a second. I know it's gonna have to pull back, but it looks like it's definitely putting in a higher low.
Tag the 50.
I think I'm gonna just cover 50 shares.
No, it hasn't given you a reason to yet.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. You made a decision that you were going to give it to there. Okay, so stick to your trade plan.
Okay.
Always important when you give that, well, that first trade plan is always an important one. And then you look at your P&L and you start changing it.
Right. Looks like it's not breaking that 50. Looks like it just crossed 20.
Yep, keeps holding the
crossed
50
the
at the
9.
moment, you know. And it's got the 149 whole number, and you've got the green line from, you know, the daily line from a few days ago. We've also got the orange line, which is our previous high of day.
Whoa. Definitely setting in a higher low. I'm going to take off 25 shares. What do you think?
Yes, take off 25 on this wash. Well, let's see what this candle does, but yeah, I mean, that big buyer's candle there, and we'll see what it does here.
It's not working.
Take
I don't know why.
Take off 25. That's fine.
Okay, there we go.
Now, you set your stop and you're not going to touch it, okay? You're setting your stop to there, and you're not going to touch it on your last 25, no matter what it does, okay?
Okay.
Because you've only got 25 shares left, so leave it alone. Let them 25 work, or let the market take you out, okay?
Okay.
We'll just do this.
Oh, wow. Like the reason why I would have moved the like the sell order, the stop loss, like closer, because because like let's say if it sells off again but higher than the previous, like let's say if it goes again and it sells off here, then it wouldn't it be putting in like almost like a true high or low.
It is, but we're not. You know, it's up to you what you feel at this point. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Right.
At the moment, it's still in a downtrend. It is underneath the trend line. It's entirely up to you. My you have to. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You've made 3 or 4 trades, so you have to ask yourself: are you looking to make any more trades, or are you looking to ride this trade out and be done for the day? Do you know what I mean? You've made, in my book, you've
Right.
made enough trades today.
Right.
So if this was me, I'm setting my stop at there or even at break even. I'm going to walk away, or well, I can't walk away because I'll be in the room, but I'm going to leave it to do its own thing. I'm going to leave the market to stop me out, or I'm going to leave the market to give me some more money.
Mm-hmm.
This is where, if you're not careful, you can start giving money back. When you've made 2, 3, 4 nice trades, okay, yeah, you've had 1 or 2 red, you've had 1 or 2 green, but the green have massively outdone the red because the risk reward is good. But at this point, if you're not careful, you can start getting caught up in it's going long, it's going short, it's going long, it's going short,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
can
Been there.
kind
Yeah.
of give some money away. It's up to you. You think it's a high or low, then you take it. If it fails, you're going to have to stop out. It's up to you. What you do at this point is entirely up to you. I will not influence your decision. I will only tell you what I think about your decision.
It's about
What?
215.
So, what's your thoughts? What are you thinking? What are you looking at?
It's looking like a high or low.
Okay.
From this low,
Okay.
even from this low,
Okay.
it's creating a higher low.
Okay.
It's creating a higher low from here, subtle, from here to here, higher
So,
low, slight higher
okay.
low.
So, what are
And
you
it's
gonna?
going to pop up.
What are you gonna do?
I wanted to go 50. I wanted to go long.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit the buy.
And where's your stop?
I can risk off. I can go low off here,
Okay.
65,
Okay.
right? And put that there.
Okay.
And then also, too, I can also risk off here, if it dies off here. If it can't, if it hits its head and falls down.
Okay. Okay.
So we are approaching a reversal time, right? Of 2:15, 3
3:15.
o'clock.
Yeah,
It's like when people get
3:15.
back from
Yeah.
lunch.
Yeah, 3:15 is reversal time. Well, so say.
If you get into the lesson library, like there's some stuff that's not listed, but if you just type in importance of day, it doesn't come up like in the actual listed ones. But if you type in importance of day, there's a class with like him and Mo where they're talking about the importance of day, and they run through all the times as well.
Okay.
There's 2 of them on times, but that one isn't listed. I noticed. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably something he's noticed, or more recently.
Yeah. even though it's dying off, it looks like it's still like putting in higher lows, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah. At the end of the day, you see something, you want to take it, you take it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Right. It's okay. It's about hitting the stop. It's definitely broke the trend.
Yes.
I'm stopped out. So I'm long. I'm gonna hit short. Okay. I mean sell. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
25.
Don't go short though. You've got
Yeah.
nothing to risk off. That's just starting to get into a fight with it. Just if it's not working, take it off, and that's that. Because the problem is you start going, oh, long, I'm short, I'm long, I'm short. You're 4, 5, 6 trades in, and it starts to fake you out. It didn't work. It didn't work. You've got to sit back now and see what it does.
Mm-hmm. So you see, I should have probably risked maybe low of here, low of day, right? That would have been smarter.
That's not well. That's not low of day.
Oh.
Low of day's all the way down there.
Oh wow.
This is
Oh,
just
wow.
it's an intraday level, but no, that was too much risk on that trade. I think it was was an all or nothing trade really.
Because that was 66 cents I risked off of, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Around that. And so if I went any lower, yeah, that would have been bad. Yeah. That would have been too far low. That would have been almost a point, right?
Yeah.
That would have been like 80 cents. Around that. Yeah, so nothing looks like it's setting up right now. So I should kind of get rid of this noise.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put this, oops.
That's what I hate about TOS.
Yeah, right. Just get these things out of here. Just kind of.
See, me personally,
So
I wouldn't have personally, I wouldn't have gone long there. I would have just left this in, and I would have said, okay, I'm going to ride these shares out now. I'm going to set my stop. I'm going to walk away and let the market take me out or pay me.
Yeah.
At this time of the day, after making 2 or 3 solid trades, I wouldn't have been looking to make another trade. Just set your stop somewhere up here. Okay, just above the whole number, or even to break even, and just say, right, you know, quarter position left, fuck it, that's it, I'm going to leave it. Either make more money, give a little bit back, or make a lot more.
Right. Yeah, it's a little bit of greed, you know. It's like, I'm like, okay, you know what, I don't want to lose anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I can win anymore.
You have to,
so you know what,
you need to trade, you need to train your mind to thinking that it wasn't yours in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you're up 200 on a trade and you're down to your last quarter or even your last eighth of your shares, you've got to be prepared to risk a little bit and say, do you know what, there wasn't mine an hour and a half ago. The money wasn't mine anyway. You've
Right.
locked in, you've paid yourself. But if somebody came up to you on the street and said, give me $10, and there's in one of my hands I've got $50, give me $10, and you've got a 1 in 2 chance of winning it.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's
You know, and if that $10 wasn't was free anyway, here's an even better way of looking at it. If somebody came up to you and gave you $10, and then 10 minutes later somebody came up to you and said, I'll tell you what, risk that $10 to make 50. What have you got to lose?
Exactly.
Not
Risk to
your
reward
wasn't
ratio is
your
very good.
$10 in the first place. In the case of this, wasn't you what you didn't up here? You didn't have that $100. So down here, you've already paid yourself 75. Why not risk that last 15 on making another 70?
Right. How do you do trailing stops? I've never used that.
Trailing stops, you just go into the montage on TEFs. You just go into the montage. You put your position size. You go into, then you select trailing dollar, not trailing percent, trailing dollar, and then in the little box you put how many cents you want it to be. So 0.30, and then press. If you're short, then you press buy, and it trails it by 30 cents.
Mm. Okay. Those are pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, they are pretty good as long as you don't do them too tight. You've got to give them room. You want like a 40
Yeah.
stop, 40 or 50 cent trailing stop. They do work really well.
Well, would have worked out pretty nice, huh?
It would.
Oh shit, sorry. You take over. Just leave it alone.
Fucking TOS. Why would you have a platform that did that? Hey?
Do you know how many times I'm like going to fix my screen while I'm trading because of stupid shit like this?
I know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Positively retarded. Right, I'm just going to quickly grab a drink. You see if you can spot anything. If you can spot anything, we'll talk it through. Or, you know, it's up to you. It's your trade. If something sets up, then take it. But it's got to be solid, okay?
Yeah.
So, what have we got going on? Anything decent? What's happening? Nothing really. It's still in its downward channel.
Yeah.
Not showing us anything at the moment, but we'll keep an eye on it. Probably best thing to keep an eye on now is maybe look for the 310 reversal or something.
Yeah. Do you have the handle of the 310 sign?
No, I wish I did. We just need Grady to pop in with the 310.
Oh man, I love it. I'm gonna get a shirt. 310. A tat. You know what's funny? Before that guy like said that shit to you, Mike. Remember the guy that was in the group?
Yeah.
Like a couple of days before that, like I was gonna like hang out with him. because like we live down the street from each other as well. So I was
Oh,
like,
right.
hey man, you know. So I was like, hey, you know, it's nice to have members all over the world, and like, you know, it's cool that you live right here. You know, Mo lives in Miami. He lives probably like 20 minutes away. You know, and you live like right here in the same city as me. So I'm like, yo, we should link up. And he's like, yeah, for sure. You know, and then I saw like the note selling thing. And let's say if like you saw him when you said, hey man, you know, don't do that. He could have said, hey, I apologize, I'm wrong for that. Move on, right? Bygones. But then he said to suck my dick, or he said something like that to you. I'm like, come on, dude. Come on.
It's funny with him, you know, Imran. At first I helped him and I thought he was okay, and then when he started with all that weird, I knew he was up to something stupid. When he started making those calls in the room, I'd go long here, I'd do this. And then he was screenshotting them and putting them out on Twitter and making out what he was doing with all the wrong calls he was making. He was ignoring, and he was just making like 40 calls a day on the thesis that one or two of them would be right. Then he was screenshotting that and putting it onto charts on Twitter and making out like he was like calling stuff in the room all day. But then everything, you know, it started to become annoying when it was like, oh, yeah, well, I'd go long here. Yeah, I would have gone long there, would have made money. I'd probably go long here. I'd probably go short there. And then Pat had to tell him, look, you know, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but it kind of makes a mockery of those that are actually trading when you're not even trading a demo account. And you're saying, yeah, I would have gone there. I would have gone long there. I would have taken that. I would have done this. It's like pure hindsight.
Yeah.
So then he gets his demo account and just goes all to pot, didn't he? He started going really weird.
Yeah.
You know, and then he's trading 500 shares of Tesla. And
there's definitely something.
oh man, he had some major issues. He had some major fucking issues. That guy did.
Yeah.
Major.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, he started falling out with Tex in October time. He was falling out with Tex. There was that one day he fell out with Tex. He had to go. He fell out with someone else. And then he's fucking posting all this shit on Twitter about Timmy Sykes, my man Timmy Sykes, while he was still in the room.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, you know, all the time I was looking on Twitter, I was sending Pat messages saying, what the fuck is this guy doing, Pat? It's like, have you seen these tweets? He's like, oh my God. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I tried to, you know, we both tried to work with him and help him, but when someone throws it back in your face like that, you know, it's horrible.
Yeah, no, I hear you. After that, I couldn't. I completely like deleted him. I was like, I can't associate myself with that. I can't. It's just disgusting.
Oh, he was. I mean, Jesus, what he did when he left was just vile. It's truly vile.
Yeah. And so, like, there's only like two other people that I look at their videos online as well, besides us in the group. It's like there's a guy named Alder Velez. Like, I used to always watch his videos because he's pretty enthusiastic, and we're kind of part of like the same fraternity. So that's why like I kind of watch his stuff.
Okay.
And also some guy, True Trading Group. I know Pat talks about that guy. But who the hell is that? He used to be a student of Pat's.
Trick trading.
No, True Trading.
Oh,
True Trading Group.
Oh, True. I don't know. Never heard of that one, buddy.
Yeah, like I think Pat mentioned him a few times with the fake Rolex, and he's just like.
All right.
He also talked about the blue line. I think he was in the group. And
Oh,
I think
really?
he stole some stuff from the group or something. I believe so. So I don't know. There's always some weird shit with people with fucking stocks and money. You know, people act.
Oh man, it's a cesspit, buddy. It's a cesspit. It really is. That's why I tried to stay off Twitter now. It's a fucking cesspit. Done it again.
Yeah.
Oh, TOS, I love you.
Oh my god.
It is a cesspit of a place, the stock market, mate. Everybody's out to take your money and to give you nothing back. That's why I thank God that I found Pat, because, you know, I'm the same as anybody else, man. You know, a couple of years ago, I've been trading a long time, but I was lost in the day trading world. Fucking lost. And I didn't know where I was going. I've been trying to do it on my own for a while, and I realized that wasn't working. I knew I needed help. I knew I needed education. But, fuck, man, if I'd gone to the wrong person, where would I have ended up? What would I have been doing?
I think about that all the time, and I was in two other groups before, you know, so.
It was fate for me. I know it was. It was a real, truly a case of when the student needs the teacher appears. Because I had no business finding Pat really, because I didn't used to watch YouTube videos. Never. You know, I knew YouTube was full of was full of idiots on the whole, really. I knew it was all bullshit, but I just found him. You know, I just Googled it. I must have typed in day trading education, and thank fuck Pat was the first person the first one I watched, and I instantly thought, I fucking like this guy. I like this guy. I like what he's doing. I like the stocks he's looking at. I like his attitude, his direct approach. He wasn't selling dreams. Not once was he talking about how much money he made. Never once. Never. It was always about education and about how you can do it. So I thought, yeah, I like this, but I couldn't find a way to join his room. Bizarre. The old website was so fucked up. Well, when you went on it, it made out like the only way to join was it by buying a funded account. So I was trying to find a way to join the chat room for a little while. I didn't follow him on Twitter because I didn't really know his Twitter handle, and it's only because a mate of mine at the time was in touch with him. They were talking that I joined the room, thank God, because that old website was terrible.
Right. So I've heard, yeah.
It was just it was fate. I mean, it was literally fate. I mean, we got talking on DM within a few days of me being there, and then he found out that I was good at programming scanners, and then by Christmas time we were already, you know, he'd asked me if I was interested in a business project to do Savage scans, so it worked out. We just got on really well right from the word go. Nice. I gotta say, you know, I'm so thankful to the guy for the opportunities that he's provided me.
Right, that's awesome. That's awesome. So how did it feel quitting your job?
Oh man, well, it was my own business, so it was a weird thing. I'd worked so really hard at it since my divorce in 2012. I gave up trading in 2013 because she stole all my money, that sort of thing. So I went back to my old business, and I worked my ass off. It was great, but it was very hard giving up. I won't lie to you, very, very hard telling customers I'm not going to work for them anymore.
Right, I bet.
But you know what? When Pat came in and made me an offer and said, "Look, come work for me, and I don't want you going out to work every day. I don't want to see it all the time. You're better than that. I can use you here. So come work at Trick Trades as well, and you can trade and work here, and you don't have to go out to work every day." And I just, you know what, man? I mean, there's such an opportunity here for me, and as I say, I mean, Jesus. No matter what happened between Pat and I, if we ever fell out, I mean, I hope we don't, but if he ever did, I would never, ever say a bad word about that man.
Right.
I couldn't do. He's given me too much. He's given me too much.
Right. I know what you mean. I know what you're saying.
I hate people that I hate people that fall out and then decide to badmouth someone. We can all fall out with people. We don't have to badmouth them.
Right. Don't be ungrateful, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I mean,
it's so it was one bad time.
It's so fucking immature. Yeah, exactly. It's so immature, and it's like, well, we've had our fallout. We've decided we're not compatible as friends or business associates. But you don't have to go down the route of starting slander.
Exactly. Like I say the same thing with my ex. Like I still say good things about her. Like she was very ambitious. She was very smart, it just didn't work. We were just very, very different people, and wish her the best. You know what I mean? That's it. It looks like this thing might be trying to break out a trend.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah. Do you notice it basing here a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to take off that line and just change the... there we go. Probably didn't draw it right, but it's fine. So what I'll do is I'll wait for it to kind of hit a couple sell-offs and maybe take it and then risk off this level possibly.
Yeah, that would make sense. See, we might get... I have to think of the psychology behind this now. We've had a nice sell-off here. So I'm coming into the last 40 minutes. So a lot of people would have piled in there, because it was a perfect double top. So you're going to get a lot of shorts in here. We want to cover their position before the close, and if they start to see signs that this is basing and finding a base, then you're going to get short cover. And what short cover will bring in is it will also drag in the longs who want to buy it and long it into the close for an overnight hold.
Right.
It's very rarely, if I was short in this, Imran, I would never hold this into the close, because I know when to take it off, and I know for a fact when it gets into this time of day, you will normally get a reversal pop into the close. Very rarely will something like this sell off into the close, because I said short cover will get it going, and then on top of that you'll get your longs who want to go into tomorrow holding some long.
Right. So I see it popping up, but I'm going to wait for it to give me a better entry.
Yeah. See if it can give you if it can give you a nice higher low entry, then yeah, just take it, take a small pop on it.
Yeah.
Jesus, all you're going to risk is what, $40 on that now.
It's just not really giving me an entry.
Not yet, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Would you have taken it from here?
No, do you know what? No, I'll be honest with you. No, I wouldn't. I would be looking for I would be looking for a pullback to at least here.
A true pullback.
Yeah, another pullback to here, around here. And if it doesn't give you then we don't make the trade, do we? Slow it down, put it into real time, so you've got perfect chance and opportunity.
Not really giving a good sell-off. Because like when I'm afraid of it happening, it just goes for like a run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess that's the FOMO, right?
There's the FOMO, yeah. Yep, there's the FOMO. But I understand what you mean, Noah, because it could. I mean, this thing could pop to fucking 49 into the close, I mean, it's NVIDIA at the end of the day.
Yeah, see, it's doing it.
But you can't do it. You just have to, it either gives it to you or it doesn't, Imran. And if you miss it, don't get FOMO because you've made good money on the day, Don't get FOMO.
Right.
FOMO will cost you a lot of money, buddy. FOMO will cost you a lot of money. And what you'll always find, what more often than not, pal, is FOMO. Going into a trade with FOMO, you'll get a shit entry. A lot of the time you'll stop out and then it will go back and give you the entry you wanted anyway. You know what I mean? You think something's never going to come back, but you don't know that. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, there's so many times I'll buy into those pops. It'll go up and it'll come back to where I entered it, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it looks bullish. It looks like that's it. We've missed our chance now, probably. But you don't know. You never know until you know. All you can do is have your thing in mind of where you want to enter, what price you would like it at roughly. If it gives you that chance, take it because that's your plan. If it doesn't give you that, you walk away. You're done for the day. Hey, you're $389 better off than you were a few hours ago, buddy.
Right, we just paid for the shotgun, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not paying out the money, but yeah.
For sure. Like, we paid for the session.
Yeah.
I thought once we hit 300, like the call would disappear and the window would close. We've hit our goal. I'm just kidding. Oh man.
Did
No,
you
definitely.
did you hear about that guy from London who traded a demo account for 2 years and like made, I don't know what it was, a couple of hundred grand in a demo account, and he was trying to sue the brokerage because they wouldn't pay him out.
No
He was,
way.
yeah, he was trying to claim he didn't know it was a demo account. So he'd been trading this demo account for X amount of time, and he'd made a lot of money in it. And yeah, so he comes to the broker and says, "I want my money," and they're like, "What money?" So, well, it's the money in the account. They're like, "Well, it's a demo account," and he was trying to sue them for it.
What happened?
I don't know. I just remember seeing that. I don't know what came of it. I mean, I'm assuming he didn't get his money. But he
What
said,
an
"Oh well,
idiot.
I."
It
And
says.
his thing was, "Well, you never told me it was a demo account." And they were saying, "Well, where do you think the
Mm,
money in the account came from? Do you think we just suddenly
mm,
gave you $100,000 to trade with?"
Alright, what an idiot. Can
Yeah.
I, can I, oh no. You think I should buy it right on this
Nope.
candle?
Nope. Nope. It's too high.
Gotcha.
It's too high off that low.
Gotcha.
You're risking too much.
Mm. It says paper trading or real time data, at least in this one. I don't know which data, which account was he talking about, which demo.
Oh, it wasn't. It was a British demo account, I think. I'm not sure, mate.
Oh,
I'm not sure what broker it was, but I remember reading about it.
mm,
So funny. Poor
wow.
bloke must have thought he
Yeah,
was
it
making a
is.
fortune
Yeah.
with somebody
Wow.
else's money.
Yeah, like that. What
Hey,
a
this is all
moron.
right. I opened this account. They gave me 100 grand to trade with.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not. It's just
Some
not.
people, you just can't help.
It's just too much risk in it, buddy. What you're risking here, mate? 145.80, 146.80. You're risking $1 a share.
Mm, it's too much, huh?
Yeah, it is. Well, it's not about the risk. It's just not clean enough yet. I would
Mm,
say take 25, but I'm not. I'm not yet convinced.
yeah. I have a friend that trades futures, and he does very well. And there's crazy range in those futures.
Oh, they're crazy. Anthony trades them a little bit. They are mad. The spreads. I'll never trade futures. I don't think. The
But
contract prices
if he
are like
makes,
a minimum like 5 grand a contract or something, aren't they?
yeah, but they do well though. When
I
they
know. If
do
you get on the
well,
right side of them, the
like
gains are huge.
they are, because it takes crazy swings to the downside,
Yeah,
crazy swings to the upside.
yeah, they
You
are. I mean,
know?
it's basically like trading options, but instead of an options contract
Yes.
being worth $200, these options contracts are worth like 6 grand. So
Yeah.
your losses can be big, but your upside can be fucking huge too.
Very, very. So that looks like a higher low, does that not?
Yeah, it does. In fairness, it's up to you. You're risking 80 cents.
Yeah.
That's it. Just a lotto play at the end of the day. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Looks pretty
I
bullish.
was gonna do a chase size.
No,
I was
chase
gonna
size,
do a
that's
chase
fine.
size.
I would take it. It's fine. You know where you're risking off. You're only risking $20 at the end of the day here, buddy. That's fine. That's a higher low. It's good enough. That's fine. If I was looking for a trade there, I would accept that as a higher low. It's the making early part of a higher low. Hasn't proved itself yet. We would like a doji candle or something, but you don't always get that. We
Right.
don't live in an ideal world. All we can do is, stop out there. If it comes down to there, take your stop and walk away for the day. You'll still have made over $350.
Right.
The main thing is you recognise that you weren't going to go all in. I mean, there's people that would have probably taken 100 shares there, thinking, well, I'm up 380 on the day. I'll take 100, give 100 back. But no, that's not the right attitude. You took 25. You're risking 25 potentially to make 50. So the risk reward's only 2 to 1. However, it's a lotto play with the bank's money. That's okay. That's okay. As long as it's small size. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Then you're shutting it down, and that's it for the day. Look pretty valid to me, though.
Yeah. So it gave like a little bit of the basing right there in that one candle, right?
Yeah, it looks
Or not necessarily.
it's not failed yet. So until it fails, it's working.
Yeah.
I mean, I would take that as a high low. Given the amount that we've sold off, given the time of day, if I was looking for a trade, I would take that as a higher low.
I got a pretty shitty fill, I realized.
146.69. Oh, it wasn't bad. No, it was there. It was there.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I guess because the wicks were long. They were long wicks, right?
No, it's fine. There you go. You're actually back in the green.
So I noticed they do that a lot. Like, let's say if something's continuing in a certain trend, right? They'll change the direction only for the reversal time to change it back to like the other direction sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll do a quick trend change to trap people.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Reversal times,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, those market makers, man, they know how to take your money off you. And like I said, it's all psychology. They know damn well that people will have a go and then stop out. So they'll give you the bait. They'll bait you in, and then they'll drop it. They'll take you out. Take out the weak. That's what they'll do. They'll take out the weak.
Yeah.
They won't take out the pros. They'll take out the weak. Or the weak people, the people that they give their money to the market makers.
Donations.
Yeah. They will take out the weak. I tell you, and they will ride off into the sunset with your money.
Oh yeah. Like I'm looking at my chart right now. It says, "Stay with the trend. Don't fight into the close. Don't Sometimes it breaks, but just watch it." That's so. We're in that 3:30 time.
Yep. Could get a push up into the close.
Yeah.
What I would do now is identify possible areas of resistance.
I think possibly this area right here.
Okay.
147.
Okay.
93.
Okay.
Around that.
Okay.
And also this purple line.
Okay. Cool.
This is previous highs.
Yep.
And I'd also maybe put my stop like over here at this orange line.
Yeah, that would be fair.
It's a little bit higher than where I got in.
That would be fair.
You know.
I know you've only got 25, but I think if it much broke down below this level, we know how important this level's been before. So I think I would probably like to, at this point, I don't know. I would like
Maybe
that to
right
hold.
there.
See that little area there? It would be nice to see that hold, wouldn't it?
Talking about this one right here?
Yeah, that would be a little area to maybe risk off for if it broke below that, you could maybe sell a few, or it's a difficult one. Should be, I'd like to see a bit more volume in it, really, but...
So I'm long.
You're long, so you're going to sell,
shares.
yeah. But
Let me see if I can get...
you've only got $9 on this, so let it do its thing.
Okay. So I'm just gonna hit 25.
Yeah, just hit it all or nothing. Just hit this one all or nothing.
Hit sell?
No, not yet. Just saying, if you're gonna go out of it, take it all off. Let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. I mean, fuck me. At this point, I would probably trade it down to I'd at least give it down to here now.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we get going up here, in which case, fucking hell, take it off when I take, if we do get up to here and it looks weak or whatever, then you can take it off. I mean, what time are we now? 13. We've only got 15 minutes into the close.
Mm-hmm. So when I have my taps, I can just do this even with this small account. Just take 25, 50 shares.
Yep,
right?
yep, that's what I want you doing.
Yeah.
That's what I want you to do. And if you ever get an account manager phone you up telling you that you're not taking enough shares, then tell him to go fuck himself. I have heard that they've done that to
really?
someone before, saying you're not trading enough shares. If you don't trade more shares, we'll close your account. You might lose your account. A few of them are a little bit rogue. So, but if it's your first account, if you buy it through Pat, you probably won't hear much from them.
Right. I was gonna buy it through a nuke, but I don't even hear from the guy anymore. I don't know. Have you?
Well, he's
still around?
He's not with us anymore.
Really? What happened?
Oh, we had to nuke him, shall we say? He was talking.
Did you have to nuke him?
He was talking shit about us to someone.
Really?
Yeah, he was telling. Had a conversation with an ex-member who forwarded the conversation to us. Who he'd said some shit about us and brainwashing people and this and that. Yeah, that's what people are like, mate. You think they're on side. He was even a moderator, man, and he talks shit about us.
Yeah, like I don't get it because I don't see anything that he disagreed with. The only thing is that he liked to use his indicators. That was the only thing.
Yeah.
And then when you told him, hey, listen, whatever works for you is cool, but it's just not my thing. If it works for you, it's cool. And then that was it. And then after that, I haven't seen anything from him. And again, and then I messaged him, and he was like, yeah, I'm just going through some family issues. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, right.
I know him and Johnny came from, they were at that guy, Connor.
Yeah, that's it.
Faulkner, whatever his name was, the boiler room.
Yeah,
and it didn't work out there. So Johnny came back. But, whatever. Let's see.
Yeah, when you talk shit about people like that and it gets back to you, then that's it. Goodbye.
Yeah, at least speak to you guys about it. Don't go and, you know what I mean? I don't know. Some people.
I liked him. He's nice as a person.
So we hit
where
I wanted to.
There you
Maybe
go.
I can sell it.
Go on then.
I'm going to sell.
An extra 32 bucks.
So I'm going to sell
see what
right
it
now,
does.
okay?
Just see what it does. Just wait.
Okay.
Let it go through.
Okay.
Let it go through. All right. If it comes back, sell it. Okay. Let it go through. See if you can get to the green line. If not, sell it when it returns. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't. It's holding that 9. Awesome. Oh no, it's not. I'm gonna just sell it now. Okay.
Yeah. That's fine. There we go. Good job.
420.
Good job.
Thank you. What a number.
That's an excellent
so
job.
much.
Hey, that's an excellent job, and you know, man, you know what you're doing, buddy. You see those, you fucking see those setups. You know what you're doing, and couple of little red trades, some good green trades. Excellent work.
Yeah. No.
Excellent work.
Thank you so much. I think it's just also my. I need to make sure that I have my calculator handy, or like I'm gonna make a chart with like what's the word? Where like you buy Twitter, this how much it cost. You know what I mean? Okay, risk off 50 cents here. How much it would be like if you risk 50 cents with this? How much shares? Just so I can have it to refer to. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just quickly, so like, cause I'm not that good with math.
Okay. Yes, I'll just
overall, I think I'm getting it.
just
It's
censor that.
taking,
No, man,
it's taking
seriously,
some time.
dude, you've obviously been practicing and putting a lot of hard work and time into practice and stuff. I can tell that, and I know how much better or I know how much more advanced you are right now than you were
4
months ago.
Right.
I do. I can tell
Absolutely.
that, buddy. I can tell that. So I'm really impressed. Yeah, you did really well there, pal. You did really well. I'll
Thank you,
tell you
man.
what we'll do. I'm gonna close this down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna open up this. I'm just gonna quickly show you this TC2000.